are the prices coming down? Could the Crash Bros be right? Leslie, so are sellers starting to be more realistic? Are the prices coming down? That because
That's a lot.
it's a lot, but this is
That's two different questions.
exactly. But okay, but nonetheless, so we'll jump into it. That's what we're going to be talking about in this video. We're going over the stats. We're going to be telling you about what's happening in the area, but more importantly, in this video, we're going to be talking to you guys about the price. Could the Crash Bros be right? Are we seeing those prices starting to come down? Are we starting to see sellers get more realistic? So we'll talk to you about that in this video. We're jumping into the stats right now. Okay, Les. So first, before we jump into all the fun stuff, let me just have you take us through the numbers. We're just going to go through the numbers. Then stay with us, guys. We're going to go back and show you a few months of what has been happening with sellers coming to the market versus what we're selling for. We'll talk to you about that a lot more, and you'll start to see whether or not prices are truthfully coming down here in the Las Vegas area, and we'll talk to you about what that could possibly mean. So, Les, the floor is yours, my friend. But by the way, before we get started, absolutely fantastic. We're both in our spring look, feeling good, feeling sunny, all that kind of great stuff. And the weather's, we are officially in summer. When did summer actually start? June 22nd?
June 21st?
Yeah, but here in Vegas, it just always feels like summer to me most of the time. We feel like a couple of months of winter, and those go by, and then we're back to the heat. But nonetheless, we're officially summer, so we have our summer looks going on.
Yeah, and it lasts a very short time. Really,
it does.
It does.
It does 100%. Okay, good. All right, we talked about the weather. Jumping into the stats now. Okay. All right, Les. So June, what is happening here in June 2026 in Las Vegas?
Wow. So the huge takeaway. Do you want that first, or do you want to go through all the numbers first?
Let's go through the numbers, and then we'll go through that huge takeaway.
Okay. I always like to get to the ice cream.
Let's go.
So we took 2,300. I'm sorry, we sold 2,302 single family units in June, which is up 11% from May and up 18% from the prior June. So June 2025.
Yeah.
And your drum roll, insert here.
Okay.
Median price $490.
That's very strong.
Median price in May $490.
Right.
Which is up a little bit. Like 1% from June of 2025.
Right. So we're still so prices are staying strong. So hear me, guys. Prices, meaning what we are actually selling. Would a buyer and a seller come together and decide they are willing to accept in their transactions, that is still staying strong. Correct, Les?
Correct.
Yes. Right. Continuing.
Absolutely.
I like it. So prices are still strong. Go for it.
So we took 3,368 new listings in June.
And when you say we took, meaning, give me a little bit more basic elementary in that when you say we took.
Okay. So we put 3,368 homes on the market, new listings.
So 3,368 sellers decided to sell their property during that period. Good.
Correct.
Okay, good. Excellent.
Which is up not quite 2% from May.
Yep.
And up a little over 3.5% from the prior June.
Sure.
And the median price of those new listings, $515,000.
Good. And then let's do a combination. Let's go ahead and take the ice cream, Les, like you said. Let's get to the ice cream now since we're at this number. So talk to us why this number, that 515, is such a big thing for us right now. So go for it.
That number, there has been a huge disparity between the median price of the units sold and the median price of the new listings.
Okay.
That number, we're now closer. The gap has gotten closer. We have been in the past $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 between the median price sold and the median price listed.
And just to give you that support, because I don't like to, of course, just throw things out our mouth, but I'm going to give you some support here with the stats. So when we're looking at June, like you just said, we had that list. But if we're looking back here, this comes from April, Les, of this year. So if you want to take us through what you were just talking about, that sold and new listing number.
Yeah. So your median price of the units sold in April was $473.
Yeah.
And the median price of the new listings taken was $5.25.
So that 473, 5.25 is close to that $50,000 difference. So meaning sellers mentally were about $50,000 off in regards to what was actually happening and selling in the market. Sellers were still coming to the market with an inflated idea and value of their property, meaning they still felt like they probably had $50,000 more of value in their home than what was actually selling in the market. So that was for what month did we say this was, Les?
April.
This was April. Okay, good. So that was for
they
April.
were just very optimistic,
Okay.
not realistic.
There we go. There's that. So it was $50,000 there. And then here it is in May. We have sort of that same scenario in May, Les.
Yep, we started closing the gap a little bit.
Yeah.
But still $30,000 difference between the two.
So $30,000. So $30,000 in May, $50,000 in our April timeframe. Mm-hmm. So from April to May, we made a wonderful adjustment. And here it is now in our June timeframe. We're at that, like you said, 490 and 515. That's a $25,000 difference.
Yeah.
That is significant. That means
that your sellers got real.
Yep.
However, I would say to you that it's possible that the buyers may be losing some leverage because the sellers are already coming to the market priced correctly. So if you're coming to the market priced correctly, you may not, and you get multiple offers like we've been experiencing, priced correctly, 5 offers, bam. They may not be willing to negotiate other things like commissions, compensation, repairs, giving the buyer closing costs,
helping you pay down your interest rate. All of those things could start slimming up.
Contributions the sellers have been making towards buyers. I will do a little prediction. You know me, I'm not, I got the crystal ball. I'll wipe the cobwebs off. I don't like predictions. However, I think we may see that. But we've got to have enough months behind our belt of tracking all of that like we do to be able to advise people, you better pull the trigger, buyer, right now, because you may not have the leverage you had.
Yep. Very, very true. Very, very, very true. Couldn't agree with you more there. So again, guys, please hear this. This is significant news. I just wrote that 25 on there. We have a $25,000 mental difference now between what the sellers are coming to the market versus what the market is actually willing to buy their properties for. So yes, prices, maybe it isn't prices, affordability in the sense that buyers are able to buy homes at a better price now than they were a couple of months ago. That is getting better. Do we think that's going to continue crashing? Like Les just said, buyers could be seeing a slimming in their opportunity. That could start to slim down because, again, the sellers are making the adjustments. They're making those adjustments where they should be. But when they do make those adjustments, like Les just says, we have experienced multiple offers. We have experienced those buyers that are out there getting multiple offers, or those sellers getting multiple offers, and buyers are not getting as much as they thought they were going to be getting, as much towards their, their broker fee, paying for their buyer broker. They're not getting the closing cost. They're not getting money or help with the buy downs. They may not be getting the repairs done. All those different types of things. So yes, sellers are adjusting, but we've got to make sure we take advantage of this wonderful window and make sure you're working with great agents like ourselves that definitely understand you than they were a couple of of months ago. That is getting better. Do we think that's going to continue crashing? Like Les just said, buyers could be seeing a slimming in their opportunity that could start to slim down because, again, the sellers are making the adjustments. They're making those adjustments where they should be. But when they do make those adjustments, like Les just says, we have experienced multiple offers. We have experienced those buyers that are out there getting multiple offers, or those sellers getting multiple offers, and buyers are not getting as much as they thought they were going to be getting, as much towards their, their broker fee, paying for their buyer broker. They're not getting the closing cost. They're not getting money or help with the buy downs. They may not be getting the repairs done. All those different types of things. So yes, sellers are adjusting, but we've got to make sure we take advantage of this wonderful window and make sure you're working with great agents like ourselves that definitely understand your local market and what is happening. We study these numbers. We're studying these numbers weekly. We present them monthly, but we're studying them weekly, if not sometimes daily, looking at what is happening. So again, great opportunity for the buyers that have been standing by to see these sellers are coming to the market with the right mentality. They're starting to get there now. We still have a little bit of wiggle room and play room in as far as our negotiation, but don't be surprised if you run into some multiple offers that are happening on properties like we were saying we've just sold as well. So I think it's great news.
Come in strong.
Yep, we have to come in strong.
If you think that a house is priced right,
correct,
and you're representing the buyer, you need to counsel your buyer to come in strong, or they're going to be beat out.
100%. And so with that as well, let's finish up a little bit of this stat sheet because that was that big meat and potato, the ice cream, if you will, the ice cream, if you will, we wanted to give them. But let's finish up and still give them that information, the days on market, all the kind of other good stuff that we normally give them as well on this.
Well, and we still are in a normal market. I mean, we have 3 months of effective availability.
Right.
3 months. This is a normal market still, folks. It's not, it's, my favorite saying, Chicken Little, no, the sky's not falling.
Right.
So the important number here too, though, is the time on the market for the new listings. Now 58% are selling in the first 30 days.
Right. That's good.
It was a little higher last year.
Yep.
But I think we're maintaining, according to the numbers, we're maintaining that.
Yeah. We're getting back up there. We're getting back up there.
And that's a good thing.
And again,
we're starting to slide a little bit, but now, that 58%, and it's a normal market.
Right. And when sellers, like we just said up there earlier, when sellers are pricing their homes right, they're spending less time on the market. So we're seeing that growth happen. So again, less time for the sellers on the market. They're able to get the money and the numbers that they're looking for. But buyers, again, please make sure that we understand we need to go in armed with this information, knowing how we want to strategically go after your property. So reach out to us. Please reach out. There's still an opportunity where we can get you some credits and things towards closing, some credits towards paying for our broker and all those different types of things, our broker fee. All of those things are out there. They're still negotiable. Yet again, sellers are making the adjustments. Yes, they're making the adjustments. How much time will it be before they stop making the other adjustments is what we want to be concerned with as well. Okay. So anything else, Les, before we continue?
Just one thought real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not seeing us being inundated by the builders.
Right.
Over the last 60 days with incentive, the big incentive email subject line.
We were getting blasted for a while. Yeah, we were getting blasted.
We were getting blasted. Yeah. But over the last 45 days, I'm just not seeing that.
Seeing as many.
I'm not saying that it's not out there. I'm not saying that opportunity is dried up. Not at all whatsoever.
Yeah.
You need to be a little more creative.
Yeah, for sure.
As a buyer, you need to be a little creative, and you need to hire good agents that are aware of what's happening out there so that they can advise you so that you can get the property that you want at the price that you want.
Right. And I have a colleague that I listen to. He has this saying, it's like facts over feelings. We just want to provide you with the information. We've got to look at the data. And then from there, that data is going to help us advise you. And hopefully it will give you the information that you'll need for you to make the best choices as far as moving yourselves forward. We're helping a lot of people from Seattle. We're helping people move from Seattle to Las Vegas. We're helping people move from California, of course, to Las Vegas. I think it was San Diego was one of our big areas that we see
Yeah.
a lot of our movement
Yes.
happening here. However, we
Yeah.
still had a few buyers that were coming in with that mindset of, well, maybe in a year's time, we'll really have seen a lot of the adjustments and prices will have fallen. Where again, we can't, like Les says, we don't have the crystal ball. We are going to provide you the information that we are seeing. We are seeing sellers making the choice in today's market to come with better and stronger pricing as far as value. They're coming down on their price and they're still willing to help and put things in your pocket as far as towards your closings, all of those other kind of great things. Will that continue in the next year? We don't know that part. Reach out, talk to us. We'd love to do a Zoom with you, figure out if what you're looking for is right for this particular market, because sometimes it may not be. You may need to wait. But if
Yeah.
what you're looking for is the right time for this market, we'll let you know. And we'd love to help you out like we have been helping out so many of you guys from YouTube and from social medias, from TikToks and the Instagrams and all the other kind of great stuff. So before I start yapping, anything else, Les, before we wrap them up and give them back their time?
Happy 250th birthday,
Wow.
United States of America.
250 years US.
250 years.
Crazy time. We can love it and still want more. Still want
Yep.
more, 100%. So, yes, with that being said, I hope everybody had a fantastic holiday weekend. Reach out, let us know how we can be of service to you in regards to your move here to the Las Vegas area. And we will see you in our next video. Take care.